Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're popping the hood on a massive directory of services from an agency called First Page Ranks. We want to understand exactly how a modern SEO agency builds a true organic growth engine. If you've ever found yourself wondering what really goes on behind the scenes to get a website onto that coveted first page of Google, well, you're absolutely in the right place. We're going to decode the exact structure they use, the specialized tactics, and yes, even the real-world pricing that powers these massive digital visibility campaigns.
So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to breeze through their visibility engine, the core SEO pillars, how they dominate local search, some really specialized strategies, the actual cost of ranking, and finally, their whole white hat philosophy.
To kick things off, we really have to ask a deceptively simple question. What does a massive agency like First Page Ranks actually do all day to make businesses visible online? It's so easy to look at search results and think it's just magic or, dumb luck. But digging into this source material reveals it's actually a highly structured, almost mechanical process. It's an engine. And exactly like a real engine, it has distinct, moving parts that all have to work together perfectly to generate any forward momentum.
All right, jumping into Section 1, the Digital Visibility Engine, and how they scale across geographies. Honestly, the sheer scale of their operation is pretty staggering. First Page Ranks isn't just some small local outfit working out of their headquarters in Nagpur, India. Nope, they operate this sprawling digital engine across major hubs like Mumbai and Delhi NCR, and even reach into international markets like Dubai and Canada. What this tells us is that modern SEO absolutely is not constrained by physical borders. To be a major player today, you have to know how to capture search intent across vastly different geographic landscapes.
Moving right along to Section 2, the 3 SEO pillars. Think of these as the core gears of the engine.
This right here is the grand divide in search engine optimization. On one side, you've got on-page SEO. This is strictly your internal stuff, everything you actually control on your own website. We're talking meta tags, how you map your keywords to specific pages, your URL structure, the whole shebang to make sure your content is incredibly relevant. Then, on the other side is off-page SEO. This is external. It's all about building authority and trust from the outside world. Getting high-quality backlinks, publishing guest posts, and sending out press releases. To rank well, you absolutely need both internal relevance and external trust.
But wait, there's a third pillar, and it's just as critical: technical SEO. This is entirely focused on your under-the-hood engine health. Because look, you can have amazing content and incredible links, but if search engines can't actually crawl and index your site, you are not going to rank. Period. This pillar involves rigorous crawlability analysis, fine-tuning site speed to hit Google's core web vitals, locking down secure HTTPS connections, and fixing duplicate content so search engines don't get completely confused.
Now, let's take a second to demystify a bit of jargon they use constantly: schema markup. It sounds incredibly technical and intimidating, right? But the crucial takeaway is that it's basically just a translator. It's a tiny bit of code that helps Google instantly understand the exact context of your page. Like, is this page selling a product? Is it a recipe for chocolate chip cookies? Is it a local business address? Schema markup hands that info directly to the search engine, which then lets Google display your site with those super eye-catching rich results, like star ratings or prices, right there on the search page.
Let's shift gears to Section 3, dominating local search and capturing that ultra-valuable near-me market.
Let's be real. The near-me market is incredibly lucrative because it captures users right when they have immediate purchase intent. They want to buy now. To grab these nearby customers, First Page Ranks uses hyperlocal tactics. They target very specific local keywords and build out geo-targeted landing pages. But here's what's really fascinating: their intense focus on NAP consistency. That stands for name, address, and phone number. Listen, if one directory says street and another says ST, that tiny little variation can actually confuse search engines and completely tank your local trust. Crazy, right?
And at the absolute heartbeat of local search is GMB, or Google Business Profile Optimization. Think of this as your digital storefront right on Google Maps. If you properly optimize your categories, upload great photos, actively manage your customer reviews, and post regular updates, Google is way more likely to feature you in the local pack. You know those top 3 map results that pop up when you search for a service nearby? That's prime real estate.
All right, Section 4, specialized SEO strategies. Let's think of these as the specialized turbos for our engine. Because as we all know, the digital landscape definitely isn't one size fits all. Depending on a client's unique situation, the agency shifts tactics. Got a massive online store?
They'll deploy e-commerce SEO, optimizing thousands of individual product pages. Need huge brand authority? They'll run digital PR campaigns to get you media mentions. They even have specialized pipelines for YouTube SEO to help you conquer video search and voice search optimization, which literally means tweaking your content to answer the conversational, everyday questions people are asking their smart speakers.
Okay, Section 5, the cost of ranking. Let's talk about pricing this engine. This is the big one, isn't it? What is the true cost of SEO? It usually feels like some dark, mysterious art, with agencies hiding their prices behind endless, exhausting consultation calls. But the source material for First Page Ranks provides a really refreshing, completely transparent SEO growth matrix. It completely grounds all these abstract services in hard financial reality.
Looking at this matrix, you can literally see how the prices scale up based on the complexity and the frequency of the work. For example, a foundational one-off service like SEO research and positioning over a week runs about 32,000 rupees a year. But as you move into the ongoing, highly technical monthly retainers, the investment obviously grows. Technical SEO sits at 72,000 rupees yearly, and if you're running a complex e-commerce site, that requires an investment of 105,000 rupees. The scale of the engine strictly dictates the cost of the fuel.
And hitting that very top tier, 1,115,000 rupees for a yearly digital PR campaign, reveals a massive truth about this industry, the absolute supreme value of high-end authority building. It shows us that, yeah, fixing code and writing good content is essential, but the most valuable, most resource-intensive asset in the entire SEO world is earning high-quality media mentions and trust signals from other major websites. That's what really moves the needle.
And that brings us to our final part, Section 6, the white hat philosophy, the sustainable, long-term fuel.
Look, doing SEO the wrong way or using shady black hat manipulation to try and trick the system, that can quite literally wipe your business off the digital map overnight. Google will penalize or completely de-index your site. There's no coming back from that easily. That's exactly why First Page Ranks has an entire subset of services dedicated purely to SEO penalty recovery. It's a painful, step-by-step rescue mission, identifying toxic spam links, officially disavowing them, repairing the algorithmic damage, and slowly clawing back your lost search visibility. It's brutal, and it perfectly proves why taking cheap shortcuts just isn't worth it. They actually sum up this whole ethical white hat approach beautifully in their FAQ. They say that true optimization is all about following search engine guidelines, deeply analyzing what the user actually intends to find, and continually refining performance. The major takeaway here? You aren't building an engine to trick an algorithm. You are building an engine to deliver the absolute best, most readable, most relevant answer to a real human being's question.
So, as we wrap up this explainer, I want you to think about your own online presence. You've really got to ask yourself a critical question. Are you building an engine meticulously designed with strong pillars, local precision, and ethical fuel for long-term dominance? Or are you risking your entire digital storefront on dangerous shortcuts for a few short-term gains? It takes a real, well-oiled engine to win the first page. And now, you know exactly what that engine looks like.